Good morning, modern steaders. Over the next couple of days, we're going to be getting all of the solar power hooked up into the powerhouse. I have our 3 inverters. We need to get some wall brackets hooked up. This is going to be a huge game changer, having power up here at the off-grid property. We're about a half mile up in the woods. No power lines around. It's going to feel amazing once we have power up here, just to get over that hurdle we're trying to figure out where we're going to build so it's south-facing, how we're going to get our power up here, how much power we need, and then the huge monumental task of doing it. And we're this close. By the end of the video, we should, as long as everything goes well, we should have power inside the off-grid house. I can't wait. There, that's better. You run those heaters in here for about 10 minutes and it really warms it up. You need to get a thermometer in here so we can see what the temperature is. But it'd be nice to know how warm it stays in here. Lower the heat. Alright, so we're going to be installing a garage door in this area. But unfortunately it won't be here for about another month to 2 months, depending on when it actually shows up. We ordered it back in August and it was supposed to be in here October, and here it is December and it's still not here. Now they're telling us the end of January, but I'm not going to hold my breath. So I want to put some of this bubble wrapped foil insulation wrap . Doesn't look the prettiest, but that'll keep it a lot warmer in here. We need to do all the fun technical stuff now. We need to mark the layout of all of our brackets. We're going to be mounting brackets for our batteries and then brackets for the inverters, so everything's going to hang right in the wall, nice and neat, no shelves. If we don't get the brackets nice and straight, the batteries are not going to be hanging straight, so we want to make sure this looks nice. So 30 and a half. Now I want to use the laser level and get everything figured out. So let me raise this up so we're at our So we haven't really talked about it too much, but we've been on a time crunch trying to get ready for the solar. We have some solar guys coming out to help us out tomorrow with this install to make sure everything is right the way we want it to be. But we haven't been talking about it because they're coming from a northern climate and we're in a northern climate, so with weather you just never know if it's going to happen. I actually just got a text a few minutes ago saying their flight has a 4-hour delay because they had a big snowstorm. So I'm hoping that they do show up. That's why we haven't talked about it too much, because you just never know what's going to happen. Well, I am going to pre-drill on this one right here. And then down below the same, we have a stud right here. we have a stud, I'm going to put a 3-inch long screw from the bracket right into the stud. It'll make it feel a little bit better. One of the big reasons why we're doing solar up here at the off-grid house is because we are a half a mile up in the woods, and in order to run electrical power out here from the power company, it would cost us 3 times is what this solar system is costing us. And then on top of that, we would also have an electric bill every month. So for this location, no matter what, it would cost us to get electricity up here, and going with solar, we pay for it once. Gotta be close. Ooh, I think we will. Now that I have my spacing in between the brackets, which is 3 inches, I just went ahead and I ripped a piece of plywood. I used to work in a furniture factory, building furniture, and just after doing that, it's made me think of, hey, how can we make things quicker that's repetitive? So something like this, where we gotta hang 4 more brackets, this is going to work perfect. Right there. Step back and take a look. Alright, so that is it for the battery brackets. Next, we gotta hang the brackets for our inverters. Luckily, we only have 3 of those brackets. And we're gonna go above this one, above that one, and then above the second to last one. I'm hoping a drywall square will fit nicely on here. Yes, it does. Go like. And then. Alright, 22. Moving forward to our next bracket. Right there. 26. So let's do it like this. Laser keeps blinking. I just put another new set of batteries in it. It still doesn't like it. I don't think the laser itself likes the cold weather. Disappointing. It feels good to have all those brackets hung. I think this is like the most tedious part, is making sure all of this is nice and straight, plumb and level, and now it should just be mounting the batteries, the inverters, and doing the wiring. So I guess we'll find out. We are gonna take the T25 for its first test drive. It actually came, I'll get some cardboard in here. Let me get this out of here first. It actually came perfect timing because we need to load up all of the batteries for the solar in the back of the truck and get those ready to bring over to the off-grid property. But we're also gonna be having a lot of big deliveries coming next week that we're gonna need a bigger tractor like this to unload everything. Alrighty, let's see. Ooh, that's bright. Working lights, there we go. Wiper, heat control, I like that. And yes, the Toyota will hold 6 batteries. I'm gonna back this in the workshop and I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, we made it up to the off-grid property. It is 34 degrees out this morning. It was quite a treacherous ride. We have all those batteries in the back and the roads are covered in ice, but we made it up here safely. I am gonna get the batteries unloaded. If you're asking where are the guys from Wired Energy, they're still on their way. Their flight got pushed back 24 hours. So they should be here in like 3-4 more hours, depending on weather and travel. As you can see outside, it's pretty slippery, so not sure what's gonna happen.
handle on my side, okay?
Because you're inside a gutter box.
I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten everything up. Then we have all of our brackets screwed in place. Now we have no power right now. All the batteries are disconnected. So we are being as safe as we can be. Same thing with the black cables. fuse here so we can't overcharge the battery. So we got quite a bit of a late start yesterday, but we made a lot of progress. We have the 6 batteries installed, the 3 inverters up, all of the wiring troughs are in. Like you guys saw yesterday, I got all the conduit fittings. We put our plastic bushings in, so that way we don't have to worry about any of our wires chafing. We have 2 glass inverter battery fuses. So these fuses are just in case one of these batteries goes bad. The inverters won't overcharge the battery that's not bad. So if that happens, that fuse will detect an overcharge and it'll blow and it won't let the batteries overcharge. So that's what those fuses are for. Alright, so my thinking is we'll take our 2-inch LB, 90 into the side, and then we'll 90 down into the inverter tray, and then we can tie all of our wires in this way. We'll have our bushing to go on, bam, like that. I have some brackets that I can put on the wall to secure that after. We'll get that a little bit stronger, but I'll do that after. Let's get the other side done. All right, let's get this piece in. Last one. Is all hooked together. Right there. Now we'll start the next one. All right, last plug to plug in, and then we can go work inside and get out of this wind. There we go. Is right, here we go. Turning on the power from the array to the inverters. 1, 2, 3. All right, we just finished hooking everything up. Now we're gonna turn on all the inverters and make sure everything works. All right, you girls ready to see power from the sun?
Power from the sun. Light her
Power
up.
from the sun.
Wow. This is so exciting.
That's all coming from the batteries behind you that were charged by the sun.
Just working in the dark, like you don't realize, and then just like have lights in the ceiling. It's like
Right.
so crazy.
It is. It's all power coming from the power bank behind you.
Which is so crazy.
That's been charged from the solar array from the sun. So now our lives are powered by the Lion, and so is the Homestead.
So cool.
Yes. So yesterday, it was late when we got done with the guys from Lion Energy getting everything hooked up. The sun had already set, unfortunately, but now we have everything up. I just checked all of our batteries and all the wiring. We have power from the PV panels coming in, not a lot because it's cloudy today. There's an app that goes along with the Lion Energy system, and that we can monitor to see where our batteries are at, how much power we're using, and we can see how much power is coming in from the solar array.
That would be awesome since we're not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be able to check it
Keep
anywhere.
an eye on it until
When
we
we're
get
at
here.
the other
Yeah.
place, we can check to see what we have going on.
Yeah.
One of the big reasons I really wanted Lion Energy solar system here is because they're the only ones that I know of that make the whole system. Most of these components are made by different companies and you have to build your system. They build the inverters and the batteries. And you can see over on this one, I haven't put the panel on yet, so I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff. The batteries, the battery which is down here, there's the communication cables that you saw me guys putting in earlier. All of the batteries communicate to the inverters. There's no other system that I know of that does that. So the inverters know what the batteries have, how to optimize everything the best, and it all reads to each other. And if we have an issue, I call it one company. That company made the batteries and they made the inverters, so they know how everything works and you're not trying to chase down multiple companies. And then one of the things that I really like, and I'm pretty sure Gina does too, is they look so sharp. This is like so nice looking. They make the troughs for all the wiring. The only thing that didn't come with this is the conduit pieces we have connecting them in the middle, because that spacing is different depending on what you have for a system and then how much room you have to work with. The reason we went with so many inverters is that way if I want to power a welder, we have all of the power right here. This system right here will give us a continual 100 amps of power, and it will let us spike up to 200 amps if we need to. So this right here is going to be able to do what we do right now at our current homestead, but without relying on any grid. This is all going to be solar powered, and we're pretty much unlimited on what we can do. We designed this system to fit our needs when this whole homestead is built. This isn't just for the building we're in right now. All of the solar stuff is going to stay in this room, and then when we have our house, we will power off of this panel to another sub panel feeding the house, and then we have a workshop. The workshop is all going to get fed off of this. We've been trying to plan everything so all the infrastructure is done, and from now on we build the barns, the shop, and the house. All that infrastructure is done. We already have the big stuff. We can just go on from there. I want to thank Brian and Steve from Lion Energy who came out and assisted us with hooking everything up.
Oh no, you're never getting any work done now. That'll take it apart.
Gina and Olivia decided to make a sectional out of the battery crates and the battery foam.
We've had so much fun doing this, haven't we?
It's actually, the foam warms you up pretty quickly. Your body heat reflects off of it. Yeah. Feels really good to have the Lion Energy solar system all hooked up and running. We're going to be having a lot more time using it and just seeing how it works. It just feels good to have power, because now that we have power up here, we can do so much more. And one of them is heat. So that means one of the next big projects we get to start doing is hooking up the outdoor boiler, and we can start having some heat up here, which is going to be amazing. I'm gonna have a link in the video description down below for Lion Energy. They have the whole house system like what we installed here. They have portable systems. They have stuff for campers. if you're living in an RV or if you're living in a van, there's all sorts of different stuff. So there'll be links in the video description down below. So if you guys are looking for anything like that, check it out. We are very happy with it and we think it looks so good. If you have any questions on the solar system, leave them in the comments down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You're a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Share it, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.